Do you feel guilty for not having biological children? What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to do something a little different. I want to switch it up a bit. We are actually doing a spicy Q&A trans man edition. I guess it's spicy, but a better way to put it is it's just your guys' nosy questions that I don't mind answering. So let's talk about it. So the first one is, do you pack? If you don't know what packing is, it's just something that some non-binary people and some trans guys do to alleviate dysphoria down there. Yeah, you get where I'm going. So do I pack? Personally, I pack only when I'm feeling dysphoric. I don't do it all the time because I'm not dysphoric all the time. I feel like it's kind of more of an inconvenience and a hassle to have something down there that's not actually attached to my body. So if anything, I feel like packing makes me more dysphoric because I know it's not real and it's just kind of taking up space and it's kind of awkward. When I do pack, it's usually if I'm going on like a long travel or if I'm gonna be places where I have to use the public bathroom. I like to use a STP, which can also be used to pack, and that just helps me use the men's bathroom the way that most men do, if you catch my drift. So yeah, I don't pack all the time, but I do when it is convenient to do so, I guess. Do you want bottom surgery? So I've gone back and forth about this so many times, and I did want bottom surgery for a while, but then I kind of got content with just dealing with what my reality is down there. And naturally, I got a decent amount of bottom growth from testosterone, so my dysphoria kind of just, it wasn't that bad. And like I said before, I do pack sometimes when it does get bad, but overall I don't have enough of a want to have bottom surgery, and I feel like it's a very dangerous thing to go through with it if I'm not 110% sure. And I'm not 110% sure. Now that could change in the future. I am only 29, but as of right now, I'm just chilling, and my love life is great, and yeah, everything works out. If I were to have bottom surgery though, I would get the metoidioplasty, which is just working with what I got down there rather than reconstructing a whole phallus and doing all that, taking skin from other places of my body. And yeah, so if I did, I would get the metoidioplasty. How old were you when you had your first boy kiss? Oh geez. So I don't know, I feel like I was like a late bloomer. Some might disagree that this isn't that old, but I didn't have my first boy kiss until I was probably, I guess it's kind of early. I think I was like 16. I made out with a boy for the first time, and it wasn't a good time. Was it because it was a boy? I don't think so, because like I still am attracted to men, but I don't know, it just was not what I was expecting my first kiss to be like. Maybe that's why I like girls. Nah, I don't know. My first girl kiss was also around the same time, 16, 17 years old. So my first boy kiss and girl kiss were around the same age. It was like 16, 17. It was the same like school year. So I think it was like 10th grade maybe. But yeah, definitely like the girl kiss a bit better. Oh geez. When did you lose your virginity to a guy? Oh man. Some of you guys might not believe this when I tell you, but I have not lost my virginity to a man. It's never happened. Simple answer to that is I've just been terrified to do so. Pregnancy was a very, 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 very big fear of mine. I was so uneducated with how one gets pregnant, and I thought if you slip it in, that's it, you're pregnant automatically. And I was even so paranoid about it. I was like, if I kiss a guy for too long, I'm gonna get pregnant. So I guess I was just kind of scared of the idea of getting pregnant, and I kind of avoided it ever since. Now, I can still technically get pregnant now, although I don't have a menstrual cycle anymore. If I were to stop taking testosterone, my menstrual cycle could possibly come back, and I could still have eggs that are still relevant in there, because I've never like had a hysterectomy or anything. So pregnancy is still a possibility, even on testosterone. So again, the fear, it's just always been a fear of like, I don't want to get pregnant. Like, that's a terrifying thought. And I'm somebody who doesn't believe in abortion for myself, don't get upset. I don't believe in abortion for myself, and I feel like I would have a huge guilt to go through with the pregnancy, and it would be a lot. It would be a lot. I'd be very grateful to have the baby. I just don't want to go through the steps. I've never lost my virginity to a man. I've only been with women. I've done other things with men, just not the deed. I have never done the deed with a man. Do you want to get married? I do. But my girlfriend and I, we actually have like a good understanding that we don't want to legally get married. We don't like the idea of legally getting married. We don't like the government sticking their hands in every aspect of our lives. And one of those things is when it comes to our love, why the fuck does the government need to know about it? Do you feel guilty for not having biological children? Damn. To be honest, for like the first 20 years of my life, I never considered even the thought of having biological children. Never really came across my mind. I knew I mostly liked girls. I did not ever think of the idea of getting pregnant. I didn't want to get pregnant, and I was scared of the idea of pregnancy. So for about 20 years of my life, no, I did not have guilt around having biological children. But then when I started transitioning, and now I'm heading towards 30, I'm 29 right now. So for about 10 years, living as a man, I do have guilt around it. One, because obviously in a perfect world, I'd want to be a biological father to my own child. I'd want it to be a biological thing where I could be a father. But unfortunately, that's not the reality for me. And so I could have preserved my eggs and did things like that, but that's not what I mean. I would have wanted it to be authentically aligned, if that makes sense. I would have wanted to be biologically born male, and I would have biologically wanted my own children as a bio man. So because that is unfortunately not my case, I have the guilt on the other side. I could have children, just not the way I want to have children. And so I have guilt around the idea that I'm giving up pretty much what my body naturally is able to do as a mother, and I'm giving up the idea of having biological children as a mother. And being a mother is a very powerful thing, and I don't even think I'm built for it. I don't even think I mentally could handle it, because being a mother is like no other. You can say I'm wrong, but I can easily say that being a mother is like much harder than being a father, especially in today's society. And I'm not built for that. I'm not. So everything happens for a reason, but I do have some guilt around the fact that I'm not letting my body do what it can naturally do. I will never know what my biological children would look like. I gave that up. So I have some guilt in that way, but I'm kind of getting over it. And having my stepson kind of alleviates some of that guilt of like not being a parent, because I am a great parent for him. So I'm doing something. All right, so this question is kind of different than the rest of them, but I get it a lot. How much money do I make as a transgender content creator? So I do not do social media alone. Right now I do, because I'm not working any other jobs, but that's not my plan. I plan on getting back into some type of work, whether it be part-time, full-time, just whatever is a good fit. But right now I'm taking a little break and focusing on social media. But I still want to work. I still want to go out there. I don't want to just sit in my house and film myself all day. As great as people make it out to be, it's not that exciting at all. The money is honestly not that consistent. It's not like when you go to a 9-to-5, you know exactly what you're going to make for the week, and you can pretty much like plan out all your spendings for the month. It's not like that at all. You make money in so many different ways. Like, I can't tell you specific numbers just because I have contracts and it's illegal to do that, but I can tell you that I make money off of partnerships. I make money off of views, off of like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. So there's all different ways that I can make money on social media, but again, it's not consistent. You don't know how much you're gonna get. You have to work your numbers. You have to realize what you're worth. Similar to a 9-to-5, like when you go into a new job and you say, hey, I wanna make this amount of money. It's the same for reaching out to brands and stuff. Like, you have to be very like, hey, I have this many followers, I have this much of an engagement on my channel, I would like to see this amount of money for this opportunity, otherwise it ain't gonna work. So you have to kind of really sell yourself for the highest dollar. And yeah, so I can't tell you the exact amount because I really can't tell you the exact amount, but to run some numbers, this past month I made a little under $5,000, and that was not just from one type of platform, it was from multiple, just different platforms. That's how much money I make as a transgender content creator. If you guys did like this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers for the silver play button. This Saturday, I have really exciting news that I probably won't tell you until we're done with it, so it'll be for next week's video. But I have very, very exciting news, and let's just say I am going to be a guest on a little series that is on all social media platforms. I would be surprised if you don't see it, but I can't tell you guys yet because I haven't done it yet. And yeah, so super excited, super nervous. Very big opportunity for all that I've done all these years, and a lot is starting to come into my reality, and I'm very blessed and very thankful. Love you guys always. Until next time, peace.